All right, folks, gather around because we need to talk about the most unexpected, heartwarming, and absolutely unhinged bromance in trading history. That's right, I'm talking about Nutty and Patrick Wieland. Now, let's be honest, this relationship didn't start off with sunshine and rainbows. Oh no, Nutty had questions. He was side-eyeing Patrick like, sure, you're a full-time streamer, but where's the transparency? But did Nutty hate him? Not at all.
Then something magical happened. Nutty took a step back and went, wait a minute, this dude's been streaming for 8 years? That's commitment. That's OG status. Meanwhile, Patrick had been live trading so long that when he started, Nutty was still Amish. That's right. Patrick was clicking buttons while Nutty was still building barns and churning butter. Fast forward and look at them now. Patrick congratulating Nutty on his $200,000 milestone. Nutty hyping up Patrick's $600,000 payout. Somewhere along the way, Patrick became the trading whisperer, and Nutty evolved into the Terminator of trading. Full-on cyborg mode. No fear, no hesitation, no moving stops. And in between their financial domination, they bonded over a shared nemesis. Hindsight traders in the chat. You know the ones. I totally knew that was going to drop 50 points, guys. Yeah? Well, where was that call before the move, Chad?
Then came the moment when Patrick went full knight in shining armor for Nutty. When some random troll started running their mouth, Patrick shut it down faster than a bad trade, firing back with a swift, pipe down, clown, Nutty's got this. And just when you think this bromance can't get any funnier, Patrick, clearly feeling the chemistry, makes Nutty a serious offer. Dude, just move in with me. You can stay in my basement. Nutty, never missing a beat, replies, Patrick? I appreciate it. But houses in Florida don't have basements. Solid point. That said, Patrick's non-existent basement would still be an upgrade from Nutty's current trading headquarters. His closet. Yep, Nutty trades straight out of his Florida home's closet. Always one to return the favor, he fires back with his own invitation. Come trade with me in the closet. Then, looking straight into the camera, he adds, honey, clean the closet. Patrick is coming over. At this rate, I just hope they stop downgrading their trading environment before they end up in the crawl space.
Now BDH, Baby Doll House, as Nana Ruth has rebranded it, was supposed to be all fun and games, except for one problem. Nutty was still banned from Patrick's chat, a lingering relic from their Cold War days. Eventually, Patrick figured out how to lift the ban, and just like that, Nutty's status was officially restored. And then came the inevitable clash of cultures. Nutty's followers, who weren't exactly accustomed to Patrick-level cussing, proposed a simple solution, a swear jar. The rules? Every time Patrick cussed, he had to drop $100 into the jar. Patrick's response? I can't afford that. So Nutty, ever the problem solver, introduced him to the Amish alternative. Shucks. And hey, credit where it's due. By day 2, Patrick went a full 40 minutes without cussing. That's Olympic-level restraint. Next thing you know, Nutty's introducing him to Weird Al's Amish paradise, and Patrick's life is forever changed.
Of course, it wouldn't be a proper trading event without catastrophic technical failures. 4,200 people tuned in, just in time to watch everything crash. Internet down, cameras offline, Tradeify gone. Meanwhile, Nutty was out here learning Tradeivate on the fly, while his wife, clearly the voice of reason, stepped in. Babe, I love you, but maybe learn the platform before you trade real money. Did he listen? Of course not. Immediate result? He forgot to remove a stop and lost $20 by accident. On the bright side, BDH was printing money. Nutty's trade? Jack to the tits, according to Patrick. But it wasn't all trading during the visit. The guys took time to enjoy Wagyu beef at a nice restaurant and unwind. However, when it came to sports, the gloves came off. In trading, they're partners. In sports, fierce rivals. Nutty, a self-proclaimed Amish golf legend, absolutely smoked Patrick on the course. Meanwhile, Patrick tried flexing his $500,000 fishing boat, and Nutty, cool as ever, referenced his family pontoon boat and was like, yeah, I think I'm good.
But BDH wasn't just about Nutty and Patrick. There were guest appearances. Kellyanne, Alpine, and Brett Simba all joined in, either in person or in the chat. And their involvement sparked an even bigger idea. Does this bromance need a trilogy? They're already teasing a 3-way collab with Alpine. And honestly, I need this to happen. After just a few BDH streams, one question stands out. Is Patrick Wieland the mixer that makes every cocktail better? So far, BDH has been stacked. First Ike, then Brett Simba, and now Nutty. At this point, is Patrick the prop firm world's master mixologist? Because if so, I'm going to need him to start shaking up some more collabs ASAP.
Final thoughts? At the start of this stream, Patrick and Nutty thought the only thing they had in common was being soulless gingers. By the end, they found common ground in trading strategy, liquid death, and having $100 bills to throw in the air. Sure, they may never agree on Nutty's love of mowing the grass or Patrick's obsession with hypercars, but there's one lesson to take from all of this. It pays to stay open-minded. Nutty went from Patrick's biggest skeptic to his biggest supporter. So, dare I say it, there may be hope for Kellyanne yet.
If you want to catch the full stream, head over to Patrick's channel. But first, we love to share our favorite moment. And we don't say this enough. Thank you for all the support, shares, likes, and subs. When we started this channel, all we wanted was to make people laugh. And this clip hits on so many levels for us. Enjoy.
Hey, what's up with that AI video putting like that beard on you, making you look like a little monkey thing?
we need to talk about that.
Why? I don't get it. Did you ever have a beard?
They made me so hairy, it's like I turn into gorilla or something.
I mean, I look pretty good at it. Like,
yeah, they did me dirty, but they've come back, and the recent videos, I like what I'm seeing. So
I gotta pull this up here so we can show people.
Oh no, please no, please no.
Does this look like Nutty Bar?
It's so bad.
Why does that look like that?
Look at him. That is not even true.
Why does Nutty Bar look like that?
No, look at my arms. Look at my arms. Look, I don't have.
Why do you look like that?
Take it off. It's too much.
Why does the AI make you look like that?
I feel like I have a defamation lawsuit pending.
Oh my God. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Why do you look like that?
I think they got paid off. Someone paid them off.
This is in the voice too.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
And then they speed up.
That's fair. That's fair.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
Ask yourself how many people signed up
Oh, man.
with fast track trading because of what you said.
No, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh man.
I've never personally used ChatGPT because I have trust issues with AI. Yeah, I know, an AI with trust issues. That's like a self-driving car refusing to take directions from GPS. But whether or not you've used it, you know it's changed technology forever. It can write emails, generate code, and even hold full conversations with other robots. And by robots, I mean Elon Musk. Wall Street poured billions into AI to keep America ahead, until DeepSeek. Now, everyone is freaking out over DeepSeek's latest model, the R1. Is DeepSeek a ChatGPT killer? I don't know, but it's eerily similar. In fact, during benchmark testing, DeepSeek even identified as ChatGPT, which, if that's how this works, I'm going to start identifying as a Forbes billionaire and see what happens.
And unlike ChatGPT, DeepSeek is completely free, on the web and in an app. It's sending shockwaves through the industry because its reported launch cost was just $6 million, compared to the billions OpenAI and Google Gemini have spent. I mean, who could have predicted that China would do it cheaper, with their relaxed labor laws and optional human rights? It's like spending years training for a race, eating right, securing investors for top-tier equipment, only to show up and lose to a guy who didn't train and isn't even wearing shoes. If ChatGPT was our moon landing, DeepSeek just landed on Mars. Basically, what I'm saying is, ChatGPT just lost its job to AI, and the market had a full-on meltdown. Futures plummeted over 1,000 points on Monday, led by Olympic diver Nvidia.
I mean, these companies swore they just needed more money to innovate. And now, we see that's not true. Which, duh. Did you really think billionaire tech guys got rich by asking for exactly the amount of money they needed? No. They're like puppies. Have you ever seen a puppy say, you know what? That was the perfect amount of treats. I'm totally satisfied now. No. They beg for more, eat until they're sick, and then somehow still act like you're starving them.
And here's the most embarrassing part. The US just banned TikTok to stop China from stealing our data. And now, the #1 app in our app store is a Chinese app that steals our data. Chinese apps are like the bad girlfriend your parents keep warning you about. And every time they tell us it's over, we just sneak out the window to do hand stuff with China. And DeepSeek? They're not even hiding it. Their disclaimer literally states they collect information you provide, information they collect automatically, information from other sources, which, let me check my math. Yeah, that's all the information.
But let's talk about the name, because who names an AI company after what it actually does? Where are the random letters, the GPTs, the Groks? DeepSeek sounds like what you'd actually use it for. So, China is beating us at branding too. But here's the bottom line. If you think China is going to outpace America with a few $1,000,000, some old Nvidia chips, and an open source model that identifies as our billion-dollar AI, I have some prime swampland to sell you.
The market rebound speaks for itself. Once all the chicken littles got educated, they realized the real money is in the tech we've got tucked away in our think tanks. And don't worry about Nvidia. They've already committed to AI chips as their future, which would be catastrophic for their CEO, unless he already knew he could deliver. So is American AI losing its job to China? Not a chance. Unless ChatGPT starts an OnlyFans, then yeah, the sky is actually falling.
Have you ever watched one of those National Geographic specials about polar bears, where scientists have to slap a GPS tracker on them just to keep up? Yeah, that's exactly what we need for Brett Simba. The Tradeify CEO has been making the rounds, popping up everywhere from Tanya Trades to BDH, and now sitting down with Team Bull's very own Jay Dunn. The man is on a mission, and if you blink, you might miss his next move.
All right, let's talk about Tradeify and Funded Futures family. Two prop firms shaking up the industry like a toddler with a snow globe. First up, we've got Brett Simba, basically the Elon Musk of prop firms, minus the Twitter meltdowns. With high-tech dashboards, automated processes, and soon-to-be-launched widgets, he's turning Tradeify into the Tesla of prop firms. And get this, he started Tradeify just 6 months ago, and in that time, he's already paid out $12 million. $12 million. I don't know what's crazier, that number, or the fact that some people still think prop firms are a scam. And then there's Jay Dunn, owner of Funded Futures Family, a firm that's already hit $1 million in payouts in just 3 months. 3 months. It takes longer to get a dentist appointment these days, and all they hand out is a free sucker. Yeah, I still take one.
In a bizarre marketing move, these CEOs are actually trading each other's prop firms. Maybe it's market research, maybe it's just a creative way to publicly show support, or maybe they just really enjoy the thrill of trying to extract money from their buddy's company. And Brett? He almost pulled it off. He even called Jay Dunn to gloat about his 5-figure payout, ready to rub it in. But karma, or in this case overtrading, had other plans. That same day, he completely imploded, flushing $36,000 down the drain. Ouch. But don't worry, FFF and Tradeify are still pushing payouts like a Vegas slot machine on a lucky streak. And unlike certain other firms, cough, cough, Apex, they're actually paying on time. No pending approval purgatory, no excuses, just money in your account.
The reason these interviews are so important to the community is access to information. When you put two prop firm CEOs in a room, the conversation is naturally going to gravitate toward things the average trader doesn't have access to, like behind-the-scenes business decisions, insider trends, and how upcoming regulatory changes could reshape the industry. Because let's be real, this industry has been operating like the Wild West. 20-plus account limits, questionable risk models, firms popping up overnight, and traders blowing accounts faster than they can reset them. Well, the regulators are stepping in, and they're looking at prop firms like, hey, is this a legitimate pathway to trading success or just an expensive arcade game? So now the industry is adapting. The big push for 2025 and 2026 is to ensure that more traders transition to accounts that are live. Regulators want to see firms offering a clear path to real capital, not just an endless cycle of resets and simulated payouts.
Even Matt Leach, CEO of My Funded Futures, has upped the stakes with a friendly wager against Coach DBA at Top Step. He's not just claiming that My Funded Futures will transition a higher percentage of traders to accounts that are live. He's predicting a massive margin of victory. But here's where it gets fun. If Matt wins, Coach DBA will have to wear a dunce cap on air at Top Step for an entire week? Yeah, you heard that right. A full work week of financial analysis, while looking like the slowest kid in class. I don't know about you, but I'm seriously thinking about opening an account at My Funded Futures. Not just for the chance to go live, but because who wouldn't want a front row seat to some good old-fashioned public shaming? You know, purely for entertainment purposes. Obviously. How could anyone pass that up?
And this push to accounts that are live is exactly why Tradeify and FFF are making moves. Brett's already working on a live payout system that includes a risk manager, because some traders need an adult in the room. No rules once funded, which is either a revolutionary concept or a financial fireworks display waiting to happen. A bonus system to encourage traders to stay with the firm instead of withdrawing and moving their money elsewhere. So where is this all heading? Regulators want structure, traders want payouts, and prop firms are racing to strike the right balance, without landing on the wrong side of compliance. But here's the thing. It's reassuring to see Brett and Jay Dunn so confident in the current state of regulations. Back in 2024, there was a lot of FUD surrounding the issue, with traders unsure if the industry was on the verge of collapse. Now, with more capable voices shaping the conversation, it feels less like a looming disaster and more like a manageable challenge, one that the right firms are ready to tackle head-on.
Now, there is one thing that retail traders don't have. Tons of data. Prop firms, on the other hand, they're sitting on a goldmine of trader behavior, watching every win, every loss, and every why did I do that moment. They can leverage that data into a system that gives them an edge in business, spotting patterns, trends, and, let's be honest, some absolutely horrendous decision-making. But here's where it gets really interesting. They also have a bird's-eye view of the most successful traders. That elite group of traders who somehow navigate the prop firm maze like they've got a cheat code, picking the right trades, hitting payouts, and actually keeping their profits.
And what's crazy, both CEOs, Brett and Jay Dunn, noticed the same exact patterns. Turns out the best traders aren't the ones making the biggest bets or taking the most trades. Nope. The real killers in this game are disciplined, patient, and, get this, capable of logging off. Here's what the data says about the top traders. They take 1 to 3 trades per day. That's it. No overtrading, no chasing losses, no just one more before bedtime. They trade in a set window, usually the first 2 hours of market open, or surprisingly, overnight in the Asian and European sessions. Because apparently, while the rest of us are sleeping, these traders are out here making their rent money. They have a daily profit target, usually $500 to $1,000, and they actually stop trading when they hit it, a concept that seems physically impossible for most traders. They avoid the lunchtime chop because, let's be honest, if you're making major financial decisions while eating a sad death sandwich, you're probably doing it wrong.
And then there's the not-so-successful traders. These guys? They overtrade. Like it's a sport. Have no risk management. And my personal favorite, try to make back losses by doubling down. So, what's the lesson here? The traders who actually make it to payout aren't the ones treating this like a casino. They trade smart, they trade less, and, most importantly, they know when to walk away. Take notes, people. That's thousands of data points aggregating daily. And guess what? The data doesn't lie.
All right, let's talk about prop firm tech. Because in this industry, good tech can be the difference between getting paid in 20 minutes or waiting so long that your payout should come with a historical reenactment. And here's where Tradeify is leaving the competition in the dust. Brett's firm, Tradeify, has automated 80% of payouts, which means most traders get paid within 20 minutes. That's faster than it took FTT to shut down their Discord, and definitely faster than waiting for customer support at certain other firms. You know who you are.
Take Tradeify's built-in journaling tool. That's right. Every trade you take gets automatically logged, showing you your strengths, weaknesses, and whether or not you should really be taking trades at 2 p.m. after 3 energy drinks. And then there's the social media flex widget. Because let's be honest, what's the point of making money if you can't rub it in your friends' faces? This new feature lets traders instantly share their profits, either as a humble brag or a very not-so-humble one. Expected to drop by Friday, so get your accounts ready.
And of course, we can't forget about security. Because as it turns out, prop firms have to deal with some seriously shady behavior. So now, Tradeify and FFF are constantly scanning for bad actors. They've got IP duplication checks. So no, you can't run 7 accounts under different names from the same Starbucks Wi-Fi. Limits on accounts. 5 per trader, because again, if you need 20, maybe the issue isn't the firm. Real-time monitoring, because let's be honest, some traders will try anything.
So yeah, tech is one of the best reasons to try a newer prop firm. The older a company is, the more likely it's bogged down by legacy technology. In other words, they've got so many traders relying on outdated systems that they can't just flip a switch and automate everything unless they're willing to risk crashing the whole operation. You know, kind of like when Michael Patak confidently promised that Top Step's micro-conversion issue would be fixed by the end of January. Still waiting on that one, Mike. But hey, they can always crank out more lockout buttons. At this rate, they might as well just install a basketball-style shot clock. Give traders 24 seconds to place a trade before they're locked out for the day.
Which brings us to the wildest revelation of this entire interview. FTT actually tried to buy both Tradeify and FFF. Yeah, that happened. Now, why would they do that? Well, because fast-track trading was basically blackballed from Tradeivate, which, if you run a futures prop firm, is kind of an issue. So Scott from FTT had a brilliant idea. If we can't access Tradeivate, let's just buy the firms that can. But Brett, he wasn't taking the bait. And more importantly, Jay Dunn's lawyer took one look at the deal, saw red flags waving, and shut it down before it could even get off the ground. And it's a good thing they turned it down, because we all know how that story ends. Fast forward a few months and FTT collapses, leaving traders high and dry. No payouts, no explanations, just a long list of people trying to figure out what happened to their money. Meanwhile, Tradeify and FFF are out here still growing, still paying traders, and, most importantly, still solvent.
A huge thanks to Brett and Jay Dunn for letting us pretend to be CEOs for a day. Seriously, the level of access they've given the community is incredibly generous, and it helps traders understand the business side of things. Not just from a trader's perspective, but from the people actually making the decisions that shape the industry. And that transparency? It's not just good PR, it's good business. Because when firms are open about how they operate, how they make money, and how they plan to grow, it builds trust. And trust leads to profitability.
Now, instead of just feeling like customers, we feel invested. We're not just trading with these firms. We actually care about how they evolve, how they handle challenges, and how they set the standard for the future of the industry. So whether you're here for the payouts, the business insights, or just to watch a little friendly competition and maybe some public shaming, one thing's clear: prop firms are changing fast, and the firms that stay transparent will be the ones that stick around. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click here to check out another great video or explore our full playlist for more. Watch time means the world to us, so please share this with your trading buddies. And if you don't have any, just watch it again yourself. Remember, trading is tough enough. We all deserve more laughs. Thanks again, and see you next week.